Greetings and welcome everybody to the Dr. Jane Live on a Thursday with Miracle Medicine. Today I'm talking about a topic which I believe is first and foremost in regards to anyone's health. And forget this bottle and that herb and this nutrient. We're talking about mineralization of the body. We're talking about the body's battery. And as you know, with your cell phones, if the battery is not charged, well, you're going to have to plug it in because it's going to go dead and you can do nothing with it. If the cell phone is broken, you're not going to be able to do anything with it unless you charge it. Same with the physical human body. We are a battery. We are electromagnetic in an electromagnetic field, and we need minerals. And I'm going to take you back to the science class. You had your beaker of solution and you had your two electrodes. Now these electrodes, there was a positive and a negative in the beaker, and there was a solution of minerals inside. All different kinds: calcium, magnesium, potassium, lead, iron, copper. And when we put these two electrodes in the water and turned the switch on, the light bulb went on. Previously, with just water, the light bulb didn't go on. That's exactly the same with us. So copper is the element that's really in the forefront in terms of the superconductive transducer minerals, mineral metals. So you get the platinum precious metal minerals, which include gold, silver, copper, nickel, platinum, palladium, osmium, ruthenium. There are 10 of them. These are the superchargers, the superconductors, the transducers. They will charge our body more than anything. Yes, you can get on the earth. Yes, the sun will also charge you, but we need these minerals inside us to get charged in the first place. So that is the starting point. These are the highest charging minerals, and we do find them in my Almost Gold. I'm going to be sharing with you the 365 Healthy by Choice minerals that I've chosen, selected for myself, my clients, and even my children get some. I meant my puppies. They're my children. So let's bear with me. Get your pens and paper out. The top of the mineralization of the body is the gold, silver, copper, nickel. And there's different forms of this. Yes, you do get the almost M state, which is the highest frequency that I've ever measured of any substance and any place in the world to date. And on the Bova scale, it reads 23,000. So just to give you an idea, we need those. When you look at the ingredients on the label in any bottle, do you see gold and silver and sometimes copper, but hardly ever? You definitely don't see iridium, ruthenium, palladium, platinum. So I'm talking about, beyond normal health discussions. And I'm really taking you into a zone that if you get this right, you got the top level right. And I'll be taking people sequentially through different stages of health. So the number one thing is to get the battery charged, to get the electrons flowing. All right. And we need amps, we need voltage, we need resistance, and we need the electrons flowing. Why? Because electrons are life force. They're our currency. And foods will do it. You will get calciums and magnesiums and zincs and things that also have conductivity, but minute compared to the big guns. So as I said, copper is mostly referred to. I wouldn't be here in the light if it wasn't for the copper in the light fittings. So that gives you an idea. So copper is the highest conductivity element, most common, highest conductivity mineral metal. So, but they all do. I mean, we need them all. We need them inside our cells and outside the cells of our body. Very, very short in the soil and the food. So I like to bring in that Almost Gold of mine, which is the flagship for the 365 Healthy by Choice nutrients. And you can see all of these on my website, lots and lots of information. It's a sensory overload, and I invite you to go and have a look and read up. Almost Gold is not a new substance. It's there at the beach where the waves are crashing. It's in forests, especially after the rain. and you breathe it in. It also will come through your skin. When we make it, it also comes through our skin. It's levitational. It rises up. So that just gives you a bit of an idea. And there's lots more on Almost Gold too. So it crosses the blood-brain barrier. Gold is the highest detoxification element on the planet. So these are very, very important minerals. The rest is on the website. I urge you to go and have a read. The Almost Gold is working physically and emotionally. It's working on the DNA, the chromosomes, the telomeres. So do I brush my teeth every day? Yes. Do I take Almost Gold every day? Yes, I do. It's a subtle energy, but it's the highest form of energy that I think that you can take in. And we definitely use that with our chronic clients, most definitely. And they come in and they want that white, with the silver paper with the white liquid inside. Where is it? So that's the minerals. That's the Almost Gold. Just to give you I'm going to give you a little, sketch on all the minerals that we do have here. And we call it our rejuvenating elixir. And that is what it is. Because if it can rejuvenate the DNA, the RNA, the DNA, it's going to rejuvenate you. So we also have it, by the way, in a balm. And the word balm comes from embalmment. So they used to embalm the bodies after they died with the balm. And the Almost Gold balm is what we have with our skin range. And those of you who are really wanting an absolutely glowing skin, you feel like you're in a capsule, I urge you to have a look at the Almost balm as well. Imagine. So you're getting the conductivity across all the cells in your face or the rest of your body. Very, very important. Sometimes I'll bring in elemental copper in the form of our copper powder. It's very, very strong. It works as quickly as that. And I'm going to say something here that the degenerative clients that come in, every single one of them is low in copper. Not just a little bit. They're in the minus 140 readings. Every single one of them. So those of you who've been to my offices know I've just gone crazy with copper. I've got copper vessels and copper jugs and cups and kettles and all over the place because of this essential nutrient. It's not only the copper, it's the gold, the silver, the copper. So they get the Almost Gold, obviously, as I just said. And the elemental copper powder works very quickly. We also have the copper vessels and copper dispensers, just taking the copper to the next level. If you do happen to have one of those copper vessels, you do need to activate the water for about 6 to 8 hours to let the elemental copper seep into the water. And there's lots of benefits of copper water. First of all, the power of copper from a conductivity point of view. The surgeons used to operate on copper sheets because of its antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral effects. So when you're drinking that water, it's going to have that effect on you from your mouth to your gut to the rest of your body. Boosts immune system, very good for the organs, thyroid, all your organs, all your systems, because it's got conductivity. Moves fat out of cells. So it's really, really a wonderful water to drink, naturally alkaline and naturally removes the memory of the water. It's not a new thing, and it's traditional in many places across the world. Then we come across moving now to one of my alkaline replenish electrolytes. In this tub, all on the website, I urge you to go and have a look. We have various forms of calcium, magnesium, potassium, the main electrolytes. And I've added to this boron. For the simple reason, boron takes minerals into the bones and deep into the cells and the tissues. So it's wonderful, apart from the fact that we need boron, which is a mineral, by the way, for brain, people suffering with dementia, Alzheimer's, memory loss, nervous system. And as I say, this wonderful attribute it has to bring the nutrients, calcium, into the bones. So this is awesome. It also has, on an energetic level, calcium, magnesium, and potassium. And we find this incredible in terms of the trace minerals. to revive people, to get digestion happening, absorption of food into the blood, into the cells, and really does help to balance, even especially the sodium-potassium pump, for example. So it brings in a lot of balance into the body and the small little electrical impulses necessary. And I've got lots more to tell you in combination. We've got a super absorbing calcium, and this is really major. We use the activity of live cultures in yogurt to activate this elemental calcium. Yes, we use the microbes in live yogurt or live kefir to activate the calcium, to change it from inorganic into organic. We store it and we take that every day. And my, oh my, do you want to see your calcium level shoot up? Naturally, organic calcium now. It's not going to calcify you. And I'm going to share with you that calcium brings in joy and it lifts the blood pressure. It works on the arteries and the veins, and it balances your blood pressure. It brings up the blood pressure. It's wonderful. Super absorbing calcium. How long do you take it? Well, you're going to have to measure that. And you're welcome to come to the center and get a health scan, a quantum health scan, and discuss your health journey with us. And we will advise, recommend, and assist you heal you from a holistic quantum medicine well-being perspective. So that's our super absorbing calcium. And then we have tartaric acid, which is actually potassium. And here we're talking about the high blood pressure people. The high blood pressure people need potassium. They need to reduce the stress. And that's what tartaric acid is going to help with. It's going to help with, again, that sodium-potassium pump and normalize blood pressure. And then we've also got magnesium malate. Magnesium malate is magnesium, obviously, and I've chosen the magnesium malate over the others from a superior point of view because the malic acid will help us decalcify. So we need magnesium anyway to help to ward off calcification, as well as vitamin K, vitamin D, and the chunkopiedras and things that we use to decalcify. But the malate definitely does that, very high in energy. So you don't necessarily want to take magnesium malate at night. But the magnesium is in the blood anyway. It's in the cells anyway, and it will have the super relaxing effect on you. So there we've also got magnesium in our cell oxygen, magnesium dioxide. And there you're getting oxygen and magnesium at the same time as well. So we do use that, especially when we need to raise oxygen levels, which is just about in most people. Iron, I don't have my own iron, and there's a good reason for this. I did research it, but the iron tablets, the iron powders out there all disrupt the gastrointestinal tract too terribly. It's cheap, it's inexpensive, but why would I do that to people? So I choose the liquid iron from Ireland. So it's water enriched with natural organic iron, and we see super results with that. Why do we need iron? Because we need iron to absorb our oxygen. Why do we need copper? Because we need copper to assist the iron get absorbed. So you see there's a wheel of the minerals, and they're all interlinked. Those people that ran off and increased their doses of zinc during COVID had a big problem because they got the copper and zinc out of balance in the body. They stopped absorbing iron, and they stopped then therefore carrying oxygen around the body. I mean, some of these things are just so logical if you think it through. But you need to be at peace and quiet and in space, in that space, to digest what you're hearing out there and what you've read, and make proper sense of it and allow the wisdom of the quantum field to come in. I spoke earlier this week about forming a relationship with the nutrient and working out your own dosage and how much to take on a particular day and when to not take and when you do need it. And we need to bring in that intuitive wisdom. We need to bring it back into our lives. Are bananas good for you? Well, use your intuition. Use your tongue. The tongue's a wonderful tester. to see if something's good for you. So iron in all its glory does wonderful, wonderful things. We need it in particular, but with my focus on oxygen, I need iron in the body to carry the oxygen. People think the iron makes you feel better. It's not. The fact that the hemoglobin can carry your oxygen to the cell is what makes you feel better, because then you're going to get energy. Then you're going to get raised electron spin and increased life force. Prana, chi. Sulfur, very important. One of the three main alchemical minerals, very important for detoxification. You will find it in burny vegetables like garlic, onion, rockets, radish, and those foods are very high in sulfur, and they will detoxify the body. The DMSO, dimethyl sulfoxide, we dish that out like water here at the 365 Healthy by Choice Center, because of its marvelous effect on detoxifying the body, removing degenerative tissue, scarring, and carrying the nutrients deep into the cells. Its counterpart, the solid MSM in the salt form, is really just the salt form of the DMSO. It's not as strong as the DMSO. It doesn't have the smell of sulfur that you will expel, if you like, as the sulfur in the DMSO detoxifies you. It carries the toxins out through the lungs, and you do smell it, but for a very short period of time. Once those toxins are out, they're out, and the DMSO doesn't have that smell anymore, but just to say. So we get unbelievable, untold results with the DMSO. And I did talk about this, I think, a week or two ago. Please go to my website, in the search bar, type DMSO and go and read for yourself. The effects are enormous. If you're getting circulation, you're going to get the body healed. And we have clients who've healed themselves on DMSO alone. And they come and buy big bottles from us, and they just drink it. Yes, and we use it in the chronic disease clinic, especially because we get, especially when people come in and they're flat and their faculties aren't operating, within a very short space of time, we get that happening. Again, mineral. And we need these minerals. We need all of them. Silica is another one. Silica is very good for bones, for the strength of the bladder. And in the human body, we don't have a cell wall. So silica is very important. It's important for hair, skin, and nails. And the form that I like to use is horsetail. If anybody's ever seen the horsetail plant grow, it's a very upright, rigid, pointed plant. And that's showing you the rigidity of the silica. So the plants will reveal their functions to us as well. So very important, silica for the bones. Diatomaceous earth are the diatoms on the seabed left from the fossilized sea material. Absolutely fundamentally amazing product. I would not use it for more than 45 days. I would not use it for more than 45 days because it starts affecting your normal nutrients. But for 1 month, to get a detox with diatomaceous earth, my clients, their report backs are amazing. They just want another tub. So then I just warn them. I actually say, well, not more than 2 months. So I do warn you on that. And it's a wonderful detoxifier. You can even clean your mattress with it. But it's a teaspoon a day on an empty stomach with a glass of water. Inexpensive, powerful, natural. Kelp, I spoke about iodine a bit earlier. Kelp is has a natural iodine in it. And in addition to that, it's got nutrients and minerals itself, vitamins. It's got all amino acids, vitamin D, and many of the other vitamins. So it's a wonderful food, nutrient, and has got the minerals in it, in particular the iodine. We've got an iodine iodide, which brings in the potassium iodide, and iodine will actually kill parasites on impact. So I like to use that also. Polycystic ovaries, breasts, iodine's wonderful there, and you can bring the doses right up high. We've also got a wakame kelp, and that one's just on a bit of a higher level than normal kelp, in brown kelp, in that it has specific activity on activating stem cells in the body. It's one of the top 6 adult plant stem cell activators. So in addition to what normal kelp will have, all the nutrients, vitamin D, and the minerals, we definitely put that in our stable. And it just depends on what the client is telling me as to which one I'm using and how many I'm using. I mean, I got a message from a girl today, Jane, I see some of the minerals overlap. Yes, they do, because I'm going to make sure that you're getting a cross-section of minerals, first and foremost. I am going to bring in the probiotic because I want to make sure that you can digest it. I'm going to bring in the flaxseed oil because I want to make sure you absorb these beautiful minerals, and that it's going to get into the cell and you're going to make energy. So that's for sure. I'm going to overlap. All right, and another wonderful one, Iris sea moss, and this has got 92 minerals. So very, very high minerals indeed. And it's got a nice aspect to it, which moistens mucous membranes. Very good, therefore, for the lungs and the gut that are both lined by a mucous membrane. So that would be a choice if you have gut and lung problems, and you take it with a very large glass of water. All my nutrients would be then in powdered form, even if it's coming to something like Shilajit. So that's one of my absolute faves. Very high potency, 85 minerals and loads of antioxidants. What is Shilajit? Shilajit comes out of the rock in the mountains. Sometimes it seeps out, and other times it's hardened, and then it's found in many, many mountains around the world. So it gets dug out and ground up. It's plant material, fossilized plant material, basically, dense with nutrients. Remember, minerals come from the ground. And remember, we come from minerals and we go back as minerals. But we want to leave the earth with a higher mineral charge than when we came. So these minerals of ours, we want to constantly charge them, so they're at a much higher life force, as I said, than when we came. Then we've helped the earth. Then we haven't taken, we've given. For topic for another day, but you get where I'm coming from. It's all about the minerals. Conductivity, connectivity is about the minerals. It doesn't matter if it's your face cream, your toner, your mist spray. We've got all of these in the Rejuvenate Gold Skin Biology range. We've brought in the minerals. We bring it into our recommendations for people. So important. So Shilajit is the mother, containing the fulvic acids, the humates, and, as I say, antioxidants. Why people want to separate it out, I've no idea. So rather get the food state original form with all the nutrients intact. The body will recognize it, rather than reductive individual nutrients. So there it is for you. It's just beautiful. And, the other ones that also have nutrients and minerals, for example, a spirulina. So anything that's going to switch the light on is going to have a mineral. And that's what we need. And that's what we need to have a look at in terms of ourselves. Charging that battery. Yes, the earth. Yes, the sun. Yes, things like coconut water full of minerals. Salt, Himalayan salt, of course. And again, that's a balanced salt, you see. That's got a load of minerals in it itself, something like 65. So don't discount Himalayan salt. and, keep these nutrients up. Our body needs them. And we need these nutrients, electrolytes in the gut. Yes, to digest our food, but absorption across the cell membrane into the blood, where you need flaxseed oil there too, by the way, and then into the cell. This whole thing is directed about getting nutrients into the cell, and the minerals help us. Then we get energy, we get life force, we get currency. So I don't know if you've got any questions that you want to ask me, but you can welcome to direct message me on WhatsApp. But today I really, really wanted to share with you mineralization. So I've planted the seeds. It's up to you. Go and look on the website. Go and look on my YouTube channel. So on the Jane Mackenzie YouTube channel, I've got loads of video recordings on minerals. So search carefully in the search bar, but you can also go through. There's over 300. So have lots of fun, and I'll be with you next week.